What's up, man? To all my surfers out there, your boy Big Waves is back again with another episode of Midday Madness in the Mix, man. Taking over your midday airways, man. Here, Carolina Panther content. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Life is just a wave podcast. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I hope everybody is safe, man. I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody is doing good today, man. The new era for the Carolina Panthers is underway, and we are here to talk about it. What's at stake? What is going to be this season? Who's going to be the focal point of this offense? What are your expectations for Bryce Young going forward, man, as he takes over as QB1? And are these weapons as good as they need to be to really make a stand in the NFC South? So we're going to talk about it here today, man. Again, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like and subscribe. Midday Madness in the motherfucking mix, man. Y'all already know how it go over here on Life is Just a Wave podcast. But I got a big announcement, man. Listen, I am going to be doing a lot of different things here on the channel, man. So I want to let my surfers know. I think it's important that I let you guys know I'm going to be bringing a lot of different new content to the channel, man. But one of the biggest things that I'm going to be starting up here in the summer months is going to be streaming, man. I'm going to be game streaming on the channel, streaming games, Madden specifically, man. So anybody that want the smoke, just let me know. And I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna give you that smoke. We're gonna be playing on PS5, man. Y'all already know how it go, man. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be a main focal of the channel as well. We still gonna be bringing that Panther content as well, but I will be bringing gaming to the Life is Just a Wave podcast channel. So shout out to everybody, bro. It's going to be lit, man. Y'all make sure to pull up on that. It is coming soon. Y'all stay tuned for it. The Discord is going to be out soon for everybody as well. Midday Madness, midweek. Hey, so the draft is over. It is time to turn our focus, man, into the offseason. The Carolina Panthers OTAs will be starting up here shortly, and we're going to be starting to figure out exactly what the Carolina Panthers are going to, this version of the Carolina Panthers are going to look at. Hey, at first glance, the roster looks really good, right? So Scott Fitterer, man, when he was on the WFN channel, he best WFNZ radio station probably just a couple of days ago, he said on there that even drafting the players that they drafted, they are looking to add additional pieces to the Carolina Panther team going forward. They're looking to add additional pass rusher. They're looking to add some depth at corner. Yes, we brought in some good free undrafted free agent guys, but we still are going to need to continue to fill this roster out as we go through the rest of the offseason. We've talked on this channel about how important it is to make sure that we are doing a good job of getting the cornerback room filled. The cornerback room is something, if you've asked me, has been probably subpar at best right now. I feel like it's subpar at best. Yes, we know what Jason Horn can bring to you if he is a player that can stay healthy for the majority of the season. That's still to be determined. But overall, we need to make sure that we are bringing pieces in to have quality depth at these positions, just in case that these guys are not able to give us what we need in the long term of the regular season. So there's going to be a lot of different stuff. This team is going to look completely different as we go forward here with the rest of this season. We go talk about it today, man. So a lot of things to get into here. Let me go ahead and get these links synced out to everybody, man, and we'll go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second. And we are going to get started. Y'all already know how we do it. Midday Madness is in the motherfucking mix. Pull up to the goddamn channel. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Life is Just a Wave podcast. You might be on your break. You might be on your lunch break. You might be, I don't know where the hell you might be, but wherever you're at, just make sure you pull up on me. It's time, man. It's time. The new era of Carolina Panther football is here. It is here. It is in the official. We lit. We are fucking lit. We are live. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the time. If you ain't excited, Panther football, Panther Nation, if you guys are not excited right now about where we are as a football team after we've completed this draft, then I don't know what to tell you guys. You're not a real Panther fan if you're not able to be excited right now about where we're at. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of this, man. Couple highlights, man, for where the Carolina Panthers are and where we're standing at as of right now. So uh, obviously, we've drafted our quarterback of the future. We've drafted a young wide receiver of the future as well. So where does this leave this team going forward? What positions right now would you say are the most important positions to fill for the Carolina Panthers? What are the things that we need to continue to work on, or what room? And I want to start with this cornerback room. This cornerback room is obviously the most important position that we need to fill. So we're going to put together a checklist of things that we need to go ahead and make sure that we're taking care of before we continue get to OTAs and all of that. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Getting the link sent out to everybody. Y'all already know, man, what time it is. Midday Madness in the mix. Shout out to Agent 704 for pulling up to the channel, man. We are about to get into it. Sending these links out to the guys. Trying to get the dates too here of OTAs. All right, so we've are already rookie minicamp. We've already got through the first day of OTAs. We've got through voluntary minicamp. We also got to the OTA offseason workouts, which those begin on May 23rd through the 24th. Through the 25th, May 31st to June 2nd, and June 5th to June 8th. Let me pull up the complete list here of the offseason workouts for the Panthers. All right, so phase one consists of the first 2 weeks of the program with activities limited to meeting, strength and conditioning, and physical rehabilitation only. Phase two consists of the next 3 weeks of the program. On the field workouts may include individual or group instruction in drills, as well as perfect play drills, and drills and plays with offensive players lining up across from offensive players and defensive players lining up across from defensive players, conducted at a walkthrough pace. No live contact or team offense versus team defense drills are permitted. Phase three consists of the next 4 weeks of the program. Teams may conduct total of 10 days of OTA practice. 7-on-7, 9-on-7, 11-on-11 drills are permitted in phase three. So that is the phase that we're currently going through right now. Phase three of the program. Additionally, Carolina, being that they have a new head coach in Frank Wright, is permitted to hold an additional voluntary veteran minicamp. I think they've already had that. So I'm trying to get these dates of when the next phase is going to begin, but I believe it's at the end of May is when the next phase of the minicamps and the rookie minicamps are going to start beginning. And I can't wait to see it, man. Bryce Young has his number. He's going to roll with number 9. Number 9 is the number that he's going to be rolling with, and I cannot wait to see that. I've already placed the order in for my jersey. Shout out to Zulu King. What's good with it, bro? Midday Madness in the mix. Y'all already know what time it is. I've already placed my order for my Bryce Young jersey. Cannot wait to get it. It's going to be lit here, man. It's going to be – listen, I don't even know what words to use to explain to how I feel about this Carolina Panthers season. This season is probably going to be one of the most exciting seasons. I just cannot wait to see it all come together on the field. Like, now that we've been through free agency, Scott Fitterer saying some things. You know, we're going to be picking up a little bit more pieces as we go through the rest of the offseason. Like he said, he's probably going to pick up another veteran defensive end. Probably going to bring in some more depth in that cornerback room. He talked a little bit about that in amongst the offensive line as well. Shout out to Omar, man. What's good with it, Omar? Now the link is out there, man, for anybody that want to pull up to the channel. We live Midday Madness in the mix, man, with your boy Big Waves in the building. Hey, I'm so glad that we can stop talking about the draft. So glad that we can stop talking about that, man, and really starting to see who's going to fight for these roles, these position battles that are going to be coming up. We know what our roster is going to be looking like. Obviously, this is not the final 53-man roster, but there are some positions that are going to be up for grabs, right? Now, Bryce Young is probably going to be penciled in as a starting quarterback. Obviously, him and Andy Dalton will battle it out. Looks like our boy Matt Corral gave up the number 9 smooth, and I told y'all that he was going to do that. I told everybody, I said, if y'all think that Matt Corral is not coming off that number 9, you had to be fucking crazy. You had to be fucking crazy if you think that he was not coming off of that number 9. Like, it was no way in hell that he was not going to come off of that number 9. Like, it was no way. So now he goes to number 2. Bryce Young keeps the number 9. Let's see who else. Looks like Jonathan Mingo is going to wear number 15. Let's see. And it also looks like DJ Johnson is going to wear number 52. Also, looks like Jamie Robinson is going to wear number 22. Yeah, he's going to wear 22. Jamie Robinson. DJ Johnson is 52. Zala is going to wear 62. So those are all of our draft pick numbers. And it looks like Jamie Robinson has already been signed. So he's the first. Yeah, definitely Zulu King. Hey, the link is, hey, listen, you can always copy and paste and share the link, man, from the channel, bro. You can always do that, man. And also inbox me on Twitter as well, fam. Inbox me on Twitter. Yeah, give me 2 seconds, everybody. 2 seconds. Yeah, we back. We back. Yeah, he wearing 52, man. He's wearing 52. That's the number that he's wearing, bro. That's the number that he's wearing. And I don't know how I feel about that. How do y'all feel about DJ Johnson wearing 52? We all know who number that was. We all know. We all know. I don't know about that 52, man. I really don't know about him wearing 52. If you ask me, he need to wear like, give him like a 45. Yeah, they letting 22 get taken as disrespectful. CLT, man, pull up to the channel, man. The link is out there as well. Look, that Christian McCaffrey number is not going to be retired here in Carolina. It's not going to be retired here in Carolina, bro. So everybody that is talking about, everybody that's talking about, you know, he shouldn't wear that 22. That's bullshit. His number is not gonna be retired here in Carolina. I highly doubt that the Panthers retire Christian McCaffrey number. I don't see them doing that. Like I really don't. I don't foresee Christian McCaffrey number, and neither will I sit up here and say, listen, bro, Christian McCaffrey had some good years here in Carolina. You know, I 100%, you know, respect everything that he did here. But to sit up here and say that nobody else can wear that 22, I don't know about that, man. I don't know if that's disrespectful. Do y'all think that him wearing that 22 is disrespectful? I don't think so. Like Christian McCaffrey is damn sure was a beast, but I don't fucking know, man. I really don't know. Yeah, Zulu King. My name is on Twitter. Yeah, shout out to Charles Lemon. I think they will retire Cam's number at some point, though. Yeah, number one is definitely going to be retired. The number one is definitely going to be retired, bro. But the 22, come on, y'all. Christian McCaffrey, I don't foresee that as like a because Jamie Robinson can fuck around and get that 22 and be a dog. Like, and be a dog, man. And he could be one of the best defensive players the Panthers ever had. You know, McCaffrey, I think that if he would have stayed in Carolina and he would have finished his career here, then I think that we probably need to retire that 22, man. I don't think so about how they did it. Yeah, I'm not a firm believer in that. Like, to me, like, I know McCaffrey is a fool, but I don't think that we need to retire the 22 yet. I mean, he gave us, 5 good years? Like, I don't, nah. If you ask me, the only numbers that should be retired in Carolina right now, obviously Pep numbers should be retired. Obviously Luke Kuechly numbers should be retired. Thomas Davis numbers should be retired as well. Cam Newton, the one in Carolina, nobody should be allowed to wear the number one in Carolina. Nobody should be allowed to wear the number one in Carolina. Like, those numbers should be retired. But everything else, nah. Everything else, I just put myself for grabs. Like, if somebody want to wear their number, no problem. We got CLT in the building. CLT, what's good with it?
What's good, fam, man? I understand that the 22 is not going to be retired, but you don't give it to no fucking third, fourth round pick.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I want to know Why do you
Can you hear
feel
me?
like that 22 number is disrespectful that they gave that away?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, fam.
Oh, what I was saying was I understand it's not going to be retired, but you don't give it to no third, fourth round pick. You possibly give it to a number one over, well, a first round pick. You give it to a established veteran, but you don't give it to him. Like, what the fuck has he done to earn Chris McCaffrey's jersey?
I mean, is it Christian McCaffrey's jersey though, or is just the number that Christian McCaffrey wore, man? Like, I don't really see it being like McCaffrey. Listen, McCaffrey was a special player, hands down, was a special player. But bro, if you keep it real, he only dominated for about a good 3 to 4 years here in Carolina. He had injury after injury the last 2 years. I don't think that that's enough to say nobody else should be able to wear your number.
What back is better than him? What back is better than him in Carolina history?
You said what back is better?
Yeah, what back is better?
I would say, I mean, far as talent wise, there was no talent wise, there was no back better than him. But if you're talking about production as well, like D'Angelo Williams gave us a lot of production. Jonathan Stewart even gave us a lot of production.
But D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart gave us a lot of production when they were in a duo, when there was a trio of backs. C-Mac did everything: run, catch, even throw for touchdowns.
Yeah, I really just, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Hold on, bro. Give me 2 seconds, CLT. 2 seconds. Hey, CLT, hold it down for me, bro, for like 4 minutes, bro. I got to go take care of something right quick. I'll be right back. All right.
Cool.
Chop it up with the chat right quick, man.
I
Hold it
can't
down
I
for me.
can't see none of their comments though. That's the only thing. I can't see none of the comments where I'm at.
Oh, okay. Well, just hold it down for me, man, for like 4 minutes. I got to go grab something right quick.
Cool.
All right, we back. We back. We back. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, so CMC had every opportunity to get those stats, and he was out. He was out everything. I don't know, man. You got to tell me a little bit more about that. You got to explain it. I'm not really sure what you're saying, Zulu. But my thing about it is, again, I just don't feel like he's done enough to sit up here and say that the 22 number is untouchable. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Right? Like I think that that's complete bullshit to me. I can't say that that number is untouchable. But quick announcements though. So everybody, again, I want to announce it to my surfers out there. Guys, we're going to still be bringing this Panther content. Y'all already know as we dive into the off season, but also on the channel, man. I am about to start streaming. I will be game streaming on the channel as well, man. Madden on PS5. Anybody that want the smoke, make sure you pull up on it, man. We are going to be doing streaming Madden videos. They going to be lit. It's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy here on the channel. We will be having that coming up here in the coming months as well. The channel is about to start taking off, guys. I'm about to have a lot more time to put into this shit. We about to get this motherfucker off the ground. And again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to it if you haven't done so already. Also, go follow me on Twitter, man. If you want to communicate with your boy Waves off stream, send me a message on Twitter, man. That's at Waves Podcast. Again, that's at Wave Podcast, man. Y'all make sure to go follow me on Twitter as well. Trying to get them Twitter follows up out there as well, man. Hey, look. So we're at that point in the season, man, where, like I said, we moved on from the draft. Time to get these rookies under contract, trying to get these guys into the building. We already know how deadly this potential offense is going to probably look under Waves wants no action in Madden. Agent 704, I want all of the smoke in Madden, bro. I promise you, bro. I want all of the smoke. Fed 9, what's up with you, bro? How you living? I want all the smoke in Madden, man. I play for money games. I'm like that in Madden. I'm not even gonna cap. I can't even cap, man. I'm really like that in Madden. Now, when we're talking about where we are right now as an organization, right, the Carolina Panthers, where we are, there's no more excuses for this team. No more excuses for this team at all. None. Zero excuses. We can't sit up here and say that we don't have a quarterback. We can't sit up here and say that we don't have the weapons. We can't sit up here and say that we don't have a capable coaching staff. There's no more excuses for this football team. And as fans, we cannot make any more excuses for this football team. So this is the year that the Carolina Panthers have run out of excuses. I need $100 game soon. Hey, Agent 704, what's up? Let me know. Let me know, bro. Let me know. I could use $100. Let me know, fam. Hey, hit me up, 704. Hit me on Twitter. Inbox me, bro. Inbox me. We can set it up, bro. I'll send you my gamer tag. Bro. I'm telling you, I'm like that in Madden, bro. I'm like that. You might want to be careful, bro. I am legit like that on them sticks. I'm for real. Like Madden, and this is the crazy part. I don't even play with the Panthers. I don't play with the Panthers on Madden, man. I never really have. Like in years past, I've never really played with Carolina. That's never been the team that I play with. I don't play with Carolina. That's not the team that I play with in Madden. But let me know though, Agent 704. Hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter, fam. So excuses, man. There are none. The excuses are out the fucking window. There's no more excuses for this football team. If you're sitting up here talking about we've addressed everything that we've needed to address, we've put this team in position to have success. We have a quarterback of our future. We have a young, dynamic running back. We have an offensive line. Granted, Corbett, the injury, that's going to be, something that's going to have to come along. We'll see what kind of impact that really has to the interior of that offensive line. You say I can have the Chiefs. I can play with the Chiefs, but I probably won't play with the Chiefs. But you're talking about the impacts that we've had to this offensive line and what that's really going to mean for the interior of this offensive line. I don't know. Like, I really don't fucking know. I don't know if this is going to be something that we will be able to not allow it to be a factor with Corbett being out the rest of the season, because I want to know who's going to be able to lock that spot down. I want to know if that spot is going to be a headache when we're talking about preseason. Even if Corbett has to miss a couple 4 or 5 games, I think that we honestly probably need to bring in a veteran guard, like just for competition, like literally just for competition in cap, because it's going to take time for Corbett to get back into rhythm. It's going to take time for him to get back to 100%. I think honestly that we're probably going to need to bring in a veteran guard there to be able to, solidify that middle. We need to keep Bryce as upright as possible. Like at the end of the day, I don't think his size is a problem, but we still need to be able to protect him, especially coming in that interior, right? So, Corbett was a big part of why we had so much success on the offensive line. Missing him is something that I hope that's not going to plague us as we go through this upcoming season. So looking at this tight end room, right? So Tommy Tremble, Ian Thomas, Hayden Hurst. Ian Thomas needs to go. It's not even a question about that. Ian Thomas needs to go. He needs to take his ass on wherever he needs. Like Carolina should, I think honestly, they need to go ahead and get his salary off the books. He is 100% a bum to me. Like he really is. He is 100% a bum. That motherfucker is trash. I don't even understand why that he's still on the roster at this point, right? Tommy Tremble has some upside. He has some potential. I think that, if he's able to, continue to develop his game, he can make a good number 2 tight end. I think he's a great blocker, but overall, I don't know if he's going to turn into, Travis Kelce or something like that. Has ton of upside, but I just don't see what he can do. We just restructured Ian Thomas' contract. Hopefully, we restructure that contract to that shit is 0. That motherfucker needs to be getting paid $2 or $3 million a year at tops. Nothing more. Nothing more than that. Shout out to Shot by Dre, the activist. We don't need to be giving him nothing more than that because he is a fucking bum. Ian Thomas is trash to me. I'm sorry. He really is. This man has been on this roster. He survived the last 2 regimes and still hasn't turned into what we thought that he could be. And still hasn't turned into what we thought can be. A complete bust, if you ask me. But when we're talking about that offense and tight end, the tight end room, again, Ike Ekwonu and Taylor Moton, those are our anchors on that line. Bradley Bozeman is an anchor on that line. Brady Christensen, we'll see how he's been solid. The tight end room is subpar at best. Hayden Hurst definitely makes that tight end room legit. But I'm cutting Ian Thomas, bro. I'm getting his books, his contract and his books completely off the fucking books. I'm throwing the whole book away on his ass. Wide receiver room is arguably our best room that we have on offense as of today. Probably couldn't say that a couple weeks ago or at the beginning of this year. The wide receiver room is the complete room on this offensive side of the ball. With Adam Thielen, DJ Shark, Mingo, Terrace Marshall Jr., all of these guys that we have in this, there's no reason why this room shouldn't be the most competitive room when training camp gets underway, right? This should be the most competitive room, hands down. If you're asking me how I feel like it's probably going to go, I don't know who's going to be the number 1. I'm not sure who's going to be the number 1. I'm really not, man. It's going to be, I cannot wait to see those wide receiver position battles when the season gets started. I really can't. I cannot wait to see those wide receiver position battle when the season gets started, bro. Because I want to know out of all the guys we have, who's going to step up and take over that number 1 role? Who's going to step up and take it over? Is it going to be Terrace Marshall Jr.? Is it going to be Mingo? Is it going to be DJ Shark? I don't know if Thielen is going to step into the number 1 wide receiver role, but I am very, very much interested to see who's going to take over that number 1 wide receiver role. Who do you guys think is it going to be? If I had to make a projection right now, I'm going to say Jonathan Mingo. I think the chemistry that him and Bryce Young is going to develop is going to be special. It is going to be a special chemistry. They're going to be able to grow together. They're going to be able to learn together. They're going to be able to, get chemistry down pat. Honestly, Bryce Young needs to have all of these guys right now somewhere in Miami throwing them the ball. Y'all know Bryce has got a good contract, man. Y'all already know Bryce good contract. It's time to get these boys, man, this offseason work in to get this chemistry together. It's time, man. We got CLT back. We need more linebacker and cornerback. Yes, Fitz already said it, man. Scotty already said it. He said that this roster is still not complete. There was an interview he did on WFNZ, the radio station, a couple of days ago, and he already said that corner depth, he's still looking to bring in that and still looking to bring in more help on the edge. He's already said that, Agent 704. So he's already said that he's going to be doing that. CLT back in the building. CLT, man, where do you think is our most weakest room right now on the roster?
I think you got to go with the cornerback room, like you said before. Even though I'm a big JC fan, I love Dante, man. They, like you said, they have had injuries in the past. We don't have a ton of depth there. I feel like everywhere else we have a lot of depth. Linebackers, I feel like we have a lot of pass rush, but we don't have any true linebackers. I would feel we do got Lubu, Shaq, but for me, I would go with cornerback.
Yeah, so I don't know if you caught that interview, man. It was WFNZ, man. Big Bruh actually sent me this interview, and it was basically saying Scott Fitterer was talking about the reason why they drafted DJ Johnson, and a lot of us have talked a little bit about that. I rated that grade as an F, man. Like I really did. I did. I rated it as the F, right? So basically, what he was saying, man, is that as far as true edge rushers, this was to me, and this really what makes me feel like this move is even more of a reach. He basically said that, because the way that the edges were going off of the board when they were time to pick, he said that they didn't want to lose out on this guy. Like he said that they needed to make a move to bring in a big edge. He said that there was some other edges on the board, but none of them were as big as he was. So they needed to make a move to go get an edge. To me, it sounded like out of desperation, right? It sounded like because the edges were coming off the board, they needed to go get somebody that they felt like was a true edge. That's the reason why they went on ahead and got him. Like, obviously, he's going to say all of the good stuff. But, man, I do feel like that was a bit as much of a reach. But even with adding him, bro, I still think that the Carolina Panthers need to go get a defensive end in free agency. Like, I still think that.
I'm still a fan of signing Clowney, bro. I want Clowney here.
Yeah, I think we need to go get him too. And again, because the more competition that you have at each position, the better this football team is going to be. So the draft can't be just the complete end all be all. Oh man. All right. So the end all be all is going to, we still got some rooms that we got to be able to complete here. Corner is one of the rooms. Edge is another room. And offensive line depth, man, behind the starters, I still think that we need to bring more depth in behind the starters. I know people sitting up here saying that linebacker is probably an area that we still need to fit in. Maybe just bring a veteran, but I think that we got to have like one or two veterans at every position, especially in that cornerback room. Can somebody go get, like right now, I'm going to tell you the free agents available. Right now, we're going to go over the list of free agents available, man, to talk about free agents available NFL.
We need to be reaching out though, man, because teams are reaching out after the draft.
Yeah, we got to fill up these holes.
You got the kid still from the Colts that Frank Wright has ties to. Go see what he want. See what Clowney want.
So NFL per NFL TR, they just updated this list 17 hours ago. The top 100 available free agents post draft. Number 1, Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd, edge, only 30 years old. Jadeveon Clowney, edge, number 2. He number 2, only 30 years old. Offensive tackle, Donovan Smith, only 30 years old. Frank Clark, edge. Bro, why won't we go get Frank Clark? He's only 30 years old. I just gave you 3 veteran defensive edges that are still sitting out there on in free agency right now. Leonard Floyd, Jadeveon Clowney, Frank Clark, are all three capable day one starters that you can bring in and get them on short deals. You do not have to pay these guys a ton of money. You don't. You do not have to pay these guys a ton of money to have them come in and teach up that young defensive edge that we came in. So Leonard Floyd, Jadeveon Clowney, Frank Clark are the top three. Now let's get into corners. There are 4 starting corners that are available right now, and I can't believe the Carolina Panthers haven't made any noise on these guys. Shaquille Griffin, 28 years old, played with Seattle last season. Marcus Peters, only 30 years old, still out there. Rocky Sin, only 27 years old, played for Las Vegas last year, had a great year. And then Ronald Darby, only 29 years old, played for Denver last year, played for Gyro. So there's some names out there. What's your thoughts about these, man?
I want Shaquille. I don't know why Marcus Peters is sitting out there. Made me think he won a lot of money. But I would take Shaquille, and if I had to take out the defensive end room, I'll go ahead and still take the Davion. Because he's gonna set that end for the run. You got to be able to set the end for the run in a 3-4 defense. Excuse me, 4-3 defense. Excuse me, 3-4. Sorry. But I'll definitely go get Shaq. I'll definitely go see what Davion wants. See if we can get Shaquille around 7-8 million a year. Coming off something he was getting like 11, 12. See if we can get Jadeveon kind of for pennies on the dollar.
That's what I'm saying. And then another name that's still out there, Yannick Ngakwe. If you asking me, Ngakwe is who I want. He's already played for Frank Wright, super familiar with the guy, already know that what he can do. We already know that he's solid. He's only 28 years old. For defensive ends, that's when most defensive ends are in their prime. He's still sitting out there. Running backs that are still sitting out there. I can't believe that these guys are still sitting out there. Ezekiel Elliott is out there. Kareem Hunt is still out there. Leonard Fournette, bro, it's some free agents still available, bro, that are still sitting out there. Guard Dalton Reisner, who started for Denver last year. We obviously need some more depth amongst the offensive line, especially in that interior. I think that we need to have as much competition in that room as we possibly can. Another corner, Connor McGovern is still out there. Well, the center, Connor McGovern. Safety, Adrian Amos. Jarvis Landry is still sitting out there. John Johnson, safety from Cleveland, 27 years old, is still sitting out there. Listen, man, it is some names out there on this free agent market that I can't believe are still sitting out there. Like, I cannot believe these guys are still sitting out there. Shelby Harris is still out there amongst the defensive line. Byron Jones, the corner from Miami, is still sitting out there. Casey Hayward, even though he's 33 years old, name is still sitting out there. Julio Jones is still out there. Guys, it's some names still available in free agency that the Carolina Panthers can really take in to fill into where we got. But those top guys, Leonard Floyd, Jadeveon Clowney, Marcus Peters, Shaquille Griffin, Rocky Sin, even Ronald Darby are great names that we can continue to add on to this team to keep having this team filled in. Like, we still got some areas that we can still work on. Cornerback room being one of those areas, and there's some names out there. COT.
Yeah, like I said, I'm on Shaquille. I would reach out to Marcus Peters to see what he wants. I think he still wants top dollar. Maybe not top dollar, but I still think he want to get paid. I wouldn't really look into Julio. I think his best years are behind him. I think we do need a power back. So looking to Zeke or Leonard Fournette. I would take Leonard Fournette. Me personally, I think he has more in the tank than Zeke. I think Zeke took a lot of punishment his first few years when he was dominating. What else? Like you said, on that offensive line, we need some help in the interior. Our starting guard is banged up. We did take a guard in the draft. Yet to be seen what he can do. I do like that he has played with Icky in the past, so that's good. Yeah, where else will we go? I don't think we need to add any more receiver depth. We already stretched it out the bucket. Where else will we go? Tight ends straight. What else? What else will we need? Like you said, linebacker. I still feel like linebacker help, but I don't think nobody that's in that linebacker class
would be like a star. I think we're gonna have to end up eventually drafting our own defensive leader, possibly next year. Um, what else? Safety, we already got safety. I think we're pretty set. So I think I would go corner, defensive end, and guard.
Gotcha. So some of the biggest news, man. Let's get into some Carolina Panther news here. Some of the biggest news: Panthers declined fifth-year option on cornerback C.J. Henderson. Is this a surprise, CLT? And what do you think about this move?
Definitely not a surprise. He has to prove himself. He came from Jacksonville. It was a reason they gave up on him. He hasn't did anything spectacular for us to pick up that option, especially I think it was sitting around 11 million. I won't commit to that 11 million. You seen what happened last year when we committed to Sam Donald too early on the 5th year option. Um, yeah, I'll make him prove himself. I don't think he can prove himself. I think he is who he is. Um, I think he's a slot corner at best. I don't think you can put him on number one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't like the move for C.J. Henderson when we did it, and honestly, ever since he's been on the roster here in Carolina, he has been a liability at best. So to me, I was hoping that the Carolina Panthers didn't re-sign this guy. I was hoping that. I was truly, truly hoping that the Panthers would not re-sign this guy at all. So them now they did pick up Derek Brown's fifth-year option. Obviously, that's worth it. He's going to need to be paid big money. I think Derek Brown is going to step up big this year in this 3-4 defense, bro. I really do, man. I think he gonna be scary this year. I think that Derek Brown is obviously he had a great year last year. I think he's going to continue to build off of that. But CJ Henderson, man, has been a complete liability since he's been here. Like every game, every time that he's needed to make a big play for the Panthers, he shit the fucking bucket, man. Like he really has. He's bad in coverage. He's not a good tackler. He just doesn't have the awareness, man. Honestly, he's going to be a guy that's probably going to fizzle out. Um, yeah, bring in Rocky Sin. Hey, Zulo, you absolutely right, man. Yeah, Rocky said we need Rocky Sin, man. He's a quality guy to add to this cornerback room, man. We need depth at corner. I'm just not sold on it. CJ Henderson is a bum. Go ahead, CLT.
I just want to know where you would place damn, I forgot his name that fast. What where you place Derek Brown inside of our 3-4 defense? Would you take him at the tackle or would you place him on one of the ends?
See, man, in the 3-4 scheme, man, that's what I'm saying. The 3-4 scheme give you such flexibility. Like you like really like your edges gotta be able to set the edge. And I think that Derek Brown could do that at defensive end. Like you can put him at DN. He got the quickness and the speed to be able to set the edge. Like
Well,
he's a
that's
big body. He has the quickness and speed to set the edge. It's not like he can't set the edge. Now he's not gonna be running nobody down in the flats, obviously, anything like that. But that's why you have four linebackers on the field. So to me, I would put him on at defensive end. Like I really
no.
would put him at DN because you can put Tuttle or Williams at nose guard.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I disagree, man. I think he has to go in those guard. I don't see the pass rushing abilities, and I feel like you have to have pass rushing abilities inside the 3-4 defense. Yeah, you need to set the edge, but we still gonna need some pass rush. I think he did good when we was in 4-3 because he clogged the lanes.
Yeah,
He played the run better this year.
yeah,
It's going to be harder to play the run in a 3-4 defense because you don't have that those running lanes are not automatically clogged. So he's going to have to make
gotcha,
a move. He's going to have to make a move on the guard. He might face a lot of double teams in 3-4 because you got to play the center and you got to play the guard. Trying to play the run.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that was my concern.
Yeah, and listen, man, I 100% agree, man. Like it's gonna be very, very interesting, man, to see how the Panthers are gonna go about like utilizing everybody that we have in this 3-4 scheme. That's why I can't wait for it to come together. But you know,
And then
Derek Brown is gonna be a go ahead.
another thing I was gonna say, Shaq doesn't get off blocks well. He don't shed blocks well, and I feel like you have to be able to shed block in a 3-4 because the guard are automatically coming to attack you. You don't
Right.
have open field to roam. So I just want to see. I want to see how it's going to work. I'm optimistic, but it's a lot of questions, bro. Because like I said before, Derrick Brown's known for playing a run. It's a little bit difficult to play the run, and it's more difficult to play the run 3-4 because you face the possibility of double teams. A lot of our linebacker core is not great at shedding blocks. But inside the 3-4, it does give you versatility as far as play calling.
Yes, it
Um,
does.
it allows for speed. We do have the speed to run. We got Jeremy Chin that can run. We got Frankie Louvu that can run. We're not the biggest linebacker room either. Um, so it's just interesting how we're gonna play it. I got faith in the driver room. But those are questions that we have to answer.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think that we definitely got to answer those questions, and and truthfully too, CLT. With having so many hybrid players on defense, like the hybrid players that we have with, from linebacker, Louvu can play a lot of stuff. Uh, Jeremy Chin can play a lot of stuff. We got a lot of versatile guys that we can use and spread around on this defensive side. So Derrick Brown, to me, man, wherever he's going to line up at, he's going to be a dog wherever we line up. We have him lined up at. Like he really is. I just think that, man, like to me, I'm not really worried about the front seven. Like I'm not worried about them, bro. I'm not worried about them. I think the front seven is going to be a fool. I think that they're going to be like a really good, group. But what I am concerned about is this cornerback play. And that's what I'm saying about the CJ Henderson. So if you've already declined his 5th-year option, this is obviously saying that you are going to need some more depth there in that room. Because who are the corners that we have currently on the roster? Like I want to see the current cornerbacks. I'm going to pull it up here, man, on my phone. Let's see.
And that's sad.
Let's
I can
see.
only name the starting three really. Uh, you got fucking D-Jack.
They said in
You
a
got
base 3-4 defense. This is per ESPN. So they will have so ESPN dropped a depth chart right now. Starting quarterback will be Bryce Young. Second string will be Andy Dalton. Third will be Matt Corral. And fourth will be Jacob Eason. Starting running back will be Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard. Third will be Rasheem Blackhear. And fourth will be Spencer Brown. Wide receivers, Adam Thielen will be the 1. Jonathan Mingo will be the 2, which, behind those, Jonathan Mingo, DJ Shark, wide receiver Terrace Marshall, and then those will be the starting wide receivers. Tight end Hayden Hurst will be the starting tight end. Ian Thomas will be the second, and Tommy Tremble the third, followed by Giovanni Ricci. Giovanni Ricci will be the starting fullback. Ikan Makwanu will be the starting left tackle. Brady Christensen will be the starting left guard. Followed by that depth at guard is terrible, bro. We got Justin McCray. I don't even know who the hell that is. We still got Big Deontay Brown on the roster. Austin Corbett will be the starting right guard, but he's hurt. So Chandler Zavala or Cade Mays would have to fight for that. Right tackle Taylor Moton. Behind him, we have Ricky Lee. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Our offensive line depth is trash. Like now that I'm looking at this, we don't have no offensive line depth at all. Yeah. Like the starters behind tackle. Like for Ikwanu, if Ikwanu go down, Larnell Coleman, who the fuck is that? And then Taylor Moton has Ricky Lee behind him. Guys, we who the fuck are these guys, man? I don't know who the hell these guys are. Our offensive line depth is trash. Behind the starters, it is trash. Go ahead, CLT. You was about to say something, bro?
I didn't know it was that bad.
It is trash. The offensive line depth, guys. This shit, okay, so now I'm a little bit worried. Now I'm a little bit worried about the offensive line depth. The offensive line depth behind the starters is complete garbage. Listen to these names. I've never even heard of these guys. Larnell Coleman, Justin McCray. We know about Sam Tacklenberg, Chandler Zavala, Ricky Lee. Guys, we might need to go get some offensive linemen in free agency, guys. So, but let's move on to this 3-4 defense. So this is how they have it lined up as a starter. Left defensive end, Deshaun Williams. They will have him lined up there. They have Derek Brown at nose tackle. Behind him, they have Bravion Roy. Right defensive end, they got Shy Tuttle. Behind him, they have Raekwon Williams. Wheel linebacker will be Brian Burns. Behind him will be DJ Johnson. Shaq Thompson will be left inside linebacker. Frankie Lou will be right inside linebacker. Sam linebacker will be Yito Gross-Matos. And behind Frankie Louisville, we have Camus Gruger-Hill, Kobe Jones behind. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Chandler Wooten. Yeah. They got Brandon Smith and Amari Bono as third linebackers. That's crazy. Left cornerback will be Dante Jackson. Behind him will be C.J. Henderson, Keith Taylor. Starting safety will be strong safety will be Von Bell and Eric Rowe to back him up with Sam Franklin Jr. Free safety would be Xavier Woods. Behind him, Jeremy Chin, Miles Dorn, and Nicole Bolden. And J.C. Horn will be the
They gotta have Chin starting somewhere inside the linebacker.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He got to start over Gross Matos at Sam linebacker. He got to.
You don't have him starting.
They don't have him starting on his depth chart, bro.
Yeah, they drunk.
Yeah, they do not have him starting. But look at this cornerback depth. Behind J.C. Horn, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, and Herb Miller, Sam Franklin Jr., and Jamie Robinson, and Keith Taylor. We know how Keith Taylor got exposed. Man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. We got depth problems on this team now. Like, we're not as deep as positions that I thought that we were, like, and we once were. Like, we're not deep. Offensive line, we need some fucking offensive line depth bad. We are weak at O-line behind the starters. Corner, we are weak at corner.
So I still hearing the safety depth. I think we
got depth problems. We gotta bring in some depth players, guys. Like, bro, who the fuck is Kobe Jones and Chandler Wooten and Raekwon Williams and Aaron Mosby? I've never even heard of these guys, and some of these guys are marked in as our second stringers on defense. On the offensive line, who the fuck is Ricky Lee and Larnell Coleman and Justin McCray? So Chandler Zavala is probably going to have to start at guard. I think you got to go get another veteran guard, man. I think, honestly, we need to go get another veteran guard, and we need to go get another veteran left tackle. Somebody that we can bring in for depth, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I'm not as worried about guard because I feel like you can plug a third, fourth rounder in for guard. You see how well Brady Christensen is performing. He was a third round pick, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I think guard would be okay. Depth will be great there, but definitely need depth at tackle. If you don't got a tackle, if you don't have the tackle position at depth, you're fucked. You know, and
yeah.
since he showed you that, with all the talent they had, they didn't have no offensive line once their lineman went down. So we definitely gotta get depth at tackle.
Definitely
gotta get depth at corner because, like you said before, starters go down. We stuck there. Some of these no-name guys we don't know. Let's see. We did sign a lot of undrafted free agents. Let's see if we can find a gym somewhere on some kind of gym other than the special team.
Yeah.
What else? Shit. Let's see what we can get in free agency.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely go have to take a look at that, man, because depth is definitely a problem here on this team. Now that I'm looking at the roster as of today, we definitely need to make sure that we know bring in some depth pieces, man. Like you said, hopefully some of these undrafted free agents turn it up a notch because, like right now, like I'm even looking at running back. Like I'm looking at running back roster right now. Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, and Raheem Blackshear. We got to remember something. Miles Sanders was a part of a 3-back system last season, right? And that's probably where he's more effective at. Can he be an every down back? He absolutely can be an every down back. But I think you got to go get you a power runner. You know, Leonard Fournette, if you can get Leonard Fournette to come in, obviously Raheem Blackshear, Spencer Brown, maybe some of those guys, maybe step up. But I think that we don't have a power back or a short yardage back on the roster right now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Chuba Hubbard to me is just a change of pace back, but I think you got to go get a power back.
Yeah, Chuba can't. I don't think Chuba can get us 2 yards when needed.
So, yeah, like we don't have a legit power threat like to run the ball. Like Zeke, Leonard Fournette, somebody like that got to like. Let me take a look.
You gotta have a pass blocking running back because Bryce is undersized, so you gotta have somebody that can chip. I don't see none of them as no pass blocking running backs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get one of those. I would say my bet would be Leonard Fournette though.
I mean, Darrell Henderson is out there. Darrell Williams, Kenyon Drake is still out there. Like there's you said undrafted free agents need to pan out, bro. I'm sitting up here looking at like, bro, you are absolutely correct. Because now that I'm looking at this depth on this team, depth is probably a problem for the Carolina Panthers. Like it really is. And I think that's what the next show, man, when we go live again on Friday, when we go live again on Friday, the conversation is going to be about depth, bro. Like we got our starters, but depth might be an issue because the guys that are backing up these guys, there's no proven. So if one of our starters, especially at tackle, if Taylor Moton, God forbid, Taylor Moton or Ikami Kwanu goes down, man, Ricky Lee? Who the fuck is Ricky Lee? Who is these guys? I don't know them. I think we got to go. I mean, and again, these undrafted free agents, maybe some of these guys step up, but I don't know. But I'm looking at the top available 100 free agent list after the draft. Guys, there's some quality players that are still available. Like literally some quality players that are still available. Like seriously. Eli Apple is an interesting name to bring in at corner. Still only 28 years old, but you can bring him in for depth. Like you can bring this guy in for depth. That's what we need. Shit, I wouldn't even mind Melvin Gordon coming in as a change of pace back. You could probably sign Melvin Gordon to be a 1-2 punch, be our big back to come in and get short yardage situation. Like I'm looking at these names that are still available out here. Bro, I'm worried about it, man. I'm worried about it, fellas. But look, man, we're going to go ahead and end today's live, man. I appreciate everybody that pulled up here to the show. We will be live again on Friday, Midday Madness in the Mix. But I just wanted to come up here for a quick second for today, y'all. Work has been crazy for your boy, but things about to start. Listen, I got a lot of shit planned for you guys here coming up, man, for the coming weeks, bro. The channel, man, and how I'm putting out content is all about to get a renovation. We all about to get some renovations here. I got a lot of different exciting ideas that is about to come out for this channel. And y'all just be on the lookout for it. Like Life is Just a Way podcast is about to take the fuck off here. And we've been taking off, but I'm ready to take this thing to a new level. So y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all make sure to stay up on the channel, stay in the community section. Everything is on the way, guys. Follow me on Twitter. CLT, man, what's your last words, bro?
We learned that we need depth today, man. We learned that our team is not complete.
It's not complete.
It's a lot to be excited about, but it's a lot to think about as well, man. So hopefully Scott can go ahead and pan out what we need panned out to keep us back for the year. We don't want to be banged up, and that be the cause of us not making the playoffs this year. We don't need any excuses, like you said. The name of today's
No
guest
excuses.
is no excuses. So we don't need excuses. We need to eliminate those excuses at depth.
You said you don't trust Cam Peoples. What you mean? Oasis 8. What do you mean by that? Talk to me. What you mean I don't trust Cam's people? What you talking about? App State. Oh, Cam People. Oh, yeah. I've been hearing about him, bro. I've been hearing about. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I know these guys are going to step up and they're going to get the opportunity to step up, man. But again, man, like it's hard to say like with undrafted free agents, man, because really their main focus is just making the roster. Like until I see these guys make the roster, man, it's kind of hard to see what kind of contributions that they go have, man. So, but we'll get into it, man. Your boy Big Waves is up out here, man. Listen, holla at y'all next time. Everybody be easy. CLT, appreciate you for pulling up, man, on this power hour today. We'll be back live again Friday. Till then, everybody be easy.